television. And before the invention of aircraft, we had witchcraft. I will National dialogue don't fail, we National dialogue don't fail. National dialogue don't fail, we National dialogue don't fail. From the turn spectator, we'll talk. Cardinal to me, chief them talk. Clergymen, diaspora talk. Taking them cry. UN talk. Ni Mokom, Washington DC. We'll battle come out like a town crier. Say, when injustice becomes law, resistance becomes a duty. Wilbur, time for resistance, wait for turn your duty. You vamoose. We want the yes, say, you don't turn a bush fuller. Me say, that Tory, Bimbina Tory for political asylum. Boko na sense. Boko na sense. Na de mancho BBC here. We come for bed. Say Ndumu must go. Na de Ndumu laugh. Say come last for small picking, the sharp for morning time. Now he say, na mancho must go. George Lap Samba, Wimbo Boy, USA. Na de mancho BBC, he want open eye. Ton 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 ton. With the coffin for head, they one break. Appelé à d'autres fonctions, à Kondengi. Na de way go Kondengi, abandonné the coffin. The ghost come out outside, begin the worry with for Mamfe Boya Kumba, Akwaya, Anango Ketunja. Now the repent of ghost town. Now here the ask whether that ghost will be there inside been a banyangi man we don't die come out. Una which kind of ghost way they up and down. Ghost town. Now that ghost way mancho BBC e be career or waka kofun. Where the common centre we say common law or a luta continua. Na yi waka mangum for Bamenda. E hear that grammar for common law. You see how we not feed the come my brother them, whether they wear black and white, massa lawyer, say it be common. It be common in which way? Them be common in which way? Nay, say grammar don't change sense. Mami ngum don't vex. Mami potatoes. Now here see say, man way go school, and a man way stay for teacher's quarter. Na different knowledge. Mamengum, common lawyer, no me say they don't coach brother. See, it don't turn go Kitunja for the land of God no day. General Cavalier say, pity no go sleep, sleep no go day. Mountain race, no more day. We not cheat sense, sense. George Lap Samba. Mon ami, national dialogue don't fail we yo. National dialogue don't fail. National dialogue don't fail we yo. National dialogue don't fail. National dialogue don't fail. National dialogue don't fail we brother. National dialogue don't fail we sister. National dialogue don't fail we yo. I no go fail we. Me a be say this dialogue be been for people for northwest and southwest. Away. Except so, since where all thing for this moko, politique must enter. De mes changement de fréquence. Détourner oui esprit. Oui n'en de esprit. Il sait système macroécologie et escroquerie avec manière. Dialogue ouais. Now we Anglophone been big cry. Say since when we married for Fumban conference, Kanu don capsize with Idame. Say Victoria need his own share. Say Mamfe need his own share. Mama Winnie Fretemba. Say Meme people with their own share. Iron Lady. Say Bamenda people them need their own share. Away. Say Ngo Kitunja them decrease. Confirmation. Say Kumbu them na wahala. Say Nkambe people don't get fetish. Best so grass don't grow for Kumbu roads. Yes. Dialogue for Northwest and Southwest. Vision Aben. Well, when I don't try for me for no so. Mon ami, it on a dialogue national where même tout pourri themselves them become. I say how? Tout pourri be the cry. Yaoundé man be the cry. Bassama be the cry. Christian them be the cry. Bena them be the dialogue national way. Mais c'est so. I be say this dialogue. And maybe I say, me people them when they for that side for Southwest, them vote, delegate man when I get for represent them for that side, for the House of Dialogue. Me people them for Bamenda, them vote, who get for represent them for the House of the Dialogue. Exactly. Except so. We na make our Yannick move all in grammar. So they need John Frundi shake head, put head for down, say this country not well. Ye need John Frundi. When and them begin for go represent we away for the House of Anglophone problems. He go turn spectator. Domo way, Anglophone them way. Nan them begin for go talk. Them no begin way. Care dialogue. Na so amba don't make sote. Abandonné. Seseku Ayuk Tabe, when I been begin say, over my dead body. But today, I be president for Kondengi. He don't represent Bayangi people. Half for chop for Fukon and a Emo. Ambadi forget man, na just no. Sakosef, don't turn. Simon Peter, he say, who is Seseko? I have never heard about that name, man. The face doesn't look familiar. Sako, you be Simon Peter. Kubu Josh. Go fast.
Welcome to Daybreak Africa from the Voice of America. I'm James Bott in Washington. Today is Wednesday, November 8th, and here are some of the stories. Where a Cameroon Anglophone separatist leader denies his group killed 25 villagers early Monday. The leader of the interim government of Abazonia, an Anglophone separatist group in Cameroon, has denied that his group attacked a village early Monday that killed 25 villagers. The Cameroon government has accused the separatists of the killings. The government said a small separatist faction called Mayu Unity Warriors carried out the assault on the village of Ebikal. Separatist interim government leader Chris Anu tells me that judging from information his group gathered from villagers, the killings look like the handiwork of the Cameroon military.
We know that breaking Monday, unidentified gunmen invaded a community called Igweko. Igweko is in the Mamfe town. The community was invaded, houses burned, people burned in those houses, and as of now, we do not have a finger on those who did it. However, what we have concluded is that it looks like the handiwork of Cameroon soldiers, and we have our reasons for saying so, given all the information we have gathered from residents in that community.
Chris, you are pointing the finger at the Cameroon military. There are reports out that, particularly quoting the Communications Ministry of Cameroon, pointing the finger at your group of being responsible for what happened.
Well, there is a minister who has no pedigree for truth. Let me explain to you why we believe and every finger points to La République du Cameroon carrying out these attacks on civilians. In that vicinity, you have a gendarmerie post. Nobody is aware of where they were. How does a community burn in? Over 50 people are dead, and there is a gendarmerie post in the vicinity, and nobody is giving an account of where they were. We also understand that a military truckload from La République du Cameroon had descended upon the town in celebration of Paul Biya's 41 years in power. The military had descended upon town to apparently to protect the elite who were coming to celebrate Paul Biya's 41 years in power. And the residents, they have said, they saw the Cameroon army around 3 a.m., that is early Monday morning, about 3 a.m., changing their uniforms into civilian attire, dressing to look like Ambazonia fighters. And it was from there they went forward and carried out the burning down of homes and the killing of people in that small community. That is exactly what happened.
So, do you know this group that is called the Mayu Unity Warriors? The report here is claiming that this group is a faction of the movement.
I am very well aware of Mayu Unity Warriors. They have nothing to do with what happened in that community. Let me explain to you why. Immediately it happened. The former mayor of that town came out pointing fingers to one of the Manu Unity warriors, pointing fingers at one of them, that the restoration fighters, the Manu Unity warriors, had come around that evening to bury one of them who was killed previously. And that it was then they carried out the mayhem, the arson on the town. It turns out that the same guy that they rushed out to accuse is actually still alive and had no idea of what was even happening in that community. So listen, what we have known that La République du Cameroon has the pedigree to carry out arsons like this one.
Chris Anu is the leader of the interim government of the separatist Republic of Ambazonia. He was speaking with us from the U.S. city of Houston, Texas.
Fellow Ambazonians, good afternoon. Today na Thursday, November the 9th, 2023. I come for talk for una about two groups of people where they don't give we a lot of headache for this struggle for the liberation of the southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. And these two groups of people, now those we will call them blacklegs, enablers, and traitors. And the second group, now those we they call them CPDM militants. I will talk about the enablers and the blacklegs first. Now, who be a blackleg, an enabler or an enabler? A blackleg or enabler, na a traitor. Na a traitor. And some of the famous names and way we'll get them for the notorious blacklegs and traitors who will get them right now. Now people like Clovis Nasri, people like Bertus, Kawa Yannick, Moja, and plenty other one them out there. Now the blacklegs, enablers, and traitors, and that will get them amongst we. Now, you get to understand, when I get to understand, say, these blacklegs and enablers, not normal people. Not people where they suffer from, which way they call them, inferiority complex. They suffer from inferiority complex, and now why that way? Because this kind of people, they don't believe, say, they be of the same status like the people where they go choose to betray their own people for them. For example, these blacklegs and enablers, they don't believe, say, they be of the same status like La République du Cameroon citizens. They believe, say, they be lower maybe even like slaves for La Republique de Cameroon citizens. Now, wait away, this kind of people, they believe. Now, people, they get a low esteem. They be full of self-hate. Not only that kind of person where get low self-esteem, where it gets self-hate, where it go choose to betray his own people to the enemy. You see, the traitors and enablers now people where they be at the very bottom of the pit of every society. That means they now the scourge of the society. They're like,
and the national flag was adopted and had 2 stars.
that kind of them. The people where we're supposed to treat them with scorn. We're supposed to despise them. Therefore, be treated with scorn. They therefore be treated with disdain. Because any person where he go choose for betray own people for the enemy, for every civilized society, that kind of person, the penalty for that kind of person, I say, he must die. Yes. When person don't choose say he been a traitor for sell he own people their interest to the enemy, the sentence for that kind of person na die. Because now the scorn of the society. The main motivation for people in way that they choose to be traitors and enablers now greed. Greed. When we say greed, that means now people where they go choose to take some reward for themselves, so that may they sell their own people them. They could mostly, and it mostly be now money. They go take money, then sell their own people, may they kill them. So that may they take small money, put them for their pocket. You see? And the tragic thing for these enablers and traitors, I say, most of the time, the money where they say they sell their people, them take them, they need to even live long enough for enjoy that money. They need to live for enjoy that money. Most of the time, these traitors and enablers, they go die before they even enjoy the money where they give them. The kind of people them, they ever bury them now for unmarked graves. Now wait that way they await people like where they don't choose to be traitors and enablers. They bury them now like dog. Because when they bury traitor, no money they go by again say, may they go even see what's with that traitor. Most of the time they dig the small shallow hole for corner road, throw it there, cover on like dog. All man come out. Because even the family, for person where it be traitor, they feel ashamed for identify themselves, say they know that person. Because you've been ashamed for any society where you come out there. For the family, for no say their person will be a traitor, it be a drag on the image of that society. Now who then that way traitors they be? But think what one tell we fellow ambassadors and say, we get for understand say for every society, traitors in there. Not be only for this we only struggle for the liberation of the Southern Cameroons. For every struggle, where if it don't be, where people they fight for liberate themselves from domination, traitors, they don't always exist. Because some feeble-minded people, some people with inferior minds, they always be tempted when the enemy is show them money, say, take this money, sell your people them. Some people them with feeble minds, they always be tempted for take that money, sell their own people. So it always happens, say, for every liberation struggle, traitors, they always be inside. Always. Even in the liberation movement, where it be free South Africa, when I remember, I say some black South Africans, they will fight alongside the apartheid government against their own very people. When I know that one, they will support the apartheid government against their own people because they will give them small money. For Eritrea, where they be fighting for liberate themselves. Some people they be fight against the Eritrean people in support of the enemy. For United States of America, where they be fight for free themselves from Great Britain, the British Empire. Some people they be there where some Americans they be fight alongside Great Britain against the liberation fighters for America, where they fight for liberate themselves from colonial domination of the British Empire. You understand? Even black Americans, them time where they be the fight for free themselves from slavery. Some other slaves, them they where they be the fight with the slave owners for hold their own very brothers into slavery. Imagine that kind of thing. Una dey na for slave, una dey for slave, they don't hold una for slavery. Una dey fight for free, una say, but some una own brother and sister, they dey fight alongside the slave owners for hold una into slavery. And I just want for bring we ambassadors, make we understand, say, make we not feel they say the situation where we go through with these black legs, enablers and traitors, it be unique to we. It not be unique to we because people them, they were, when you show them money, they always get a weak mind. They be tempted. They check, say, maybe if you take the money, use me one. But at the end of the day, most of them, they die without money for their mouth, like far away, where in Langa go pick corn where they don't put trap there. That's so. Most of them, they die without corn for their mouth, where they don't even chop them. They die miserable deaths. Most enablers and traitors, they die miserable death. And I wait that way, I wait those where they don't choose, say they go sell the Amazonian people for their own greedy intentions. Them too, they could die just like every other traitor before them. Just like Judas, if he die, we not even chop the money away, if he sell Jesus. Now so way, these enablers and traitors, them too could die with their own corn for their mouth. They not go swallow that corn. So this is why it's going for them. So make we not be worried. When I don't see things where happen for Mamfe, where they go slaughter with people. Slaughter with people them. Now work for black legs and enablers where they help for go carry out that gruesome act against their own very people because they give them small money. Now, why that I talk say this kind of people, now people where they get feeble minds, they get low self-esteem, they get inferiority complex. Where they see the Francophone, French Cameroon people that like say they better pass them. So when you return and say no, you so you actually be of the same status like French Cameroon people, or even better, they need to believe, they need to sing for their head. They just see them, they say, no, if I will just be winner, these slaves them under La Republique du Cameroon. So when they tell them, say, make we fight for free ourselves, they need to believe. It need to make sense for them. Because of their own psyche, they feel like, say, their status is be lower than the one for French Cameroon citizens. Now, make I go with, for these people where they call themselves CPDM militants. Now, just the CPDM party or whatever, they call them party, but now CPDM occultic society. Now, CPDM occultic society. The people where they there for they know better past these black legs and enablers. Now, just another a set of black legs and enablers because they know exactly the corrosive effect of this occultic society on their people, but they choose for good. Why? Because they expect to get a reward for themselves. Despite the fact, say they know the bad thing the way that occultic society is doing. Because you know fit talk say you believe, say you belong to the CPDM occultic society, and then you still consider yourself a good person. No good person not be for inside the CPDM occultic society. Why me I talk so, fellow Amazonians? Because when you belong to the CPDM occultic society, it did the same like you did for Nyongo. Na Nyongo society. The CPDM na a Nyongo society. Because for the way they spill blood, they spill blood for all these decades where Pobia there for power. They did drink blood, they did spill blood. They did practice homosexuality. They did perform all kind of rituals. So that by so doing, it would help them for the dominate the people. It would help them for get power for the oppress the people. So you know if you belong to a Nyongo society, and then you talk say, oh, by the way, me I be a good Nyongo man. Good Nyongo man in no day. Nyongo man na Nyongo man. The one thing where Nyongo people they do and I say they chop people them. So once you be a member of a Nyongo society, you've been a bad person. You know if you talk say, well, since I did, I mean, yes, I've been a this Nyongo man, but I've been a better Nyongo man. Better Nyongo man no day. Fellow ambassador, doesn't want me when I hear me. No man no day where it there for CPD and where it go talk say be better man because it there like Nyongo man where they talk say it been a better Nyongo man. You belong to that society. You did practice their acts. You did take part in those sacrifices. So the blood of Ambazonians, where it don't flow, and it continue for flow, every CPDM member, you be guilty. Every CPDM member, you did share, when they did share that blood money, they did gear on, you did chop them. Now the flesh of the people, you did chop them. Whatever you drink now the blood of the people. You, by association, you share in that guilt. You share in that guilt. When you chop that chop, they give you to the chop for that Nyongo, where when I did it, send a CPDM, you too, you did share in the suffering of the people. The one they were there for prison, where they did suffer for day. You did share in the guilt of the people where they suffer for prison. The one where they did die for road accidents because when I don't take money chop them, you did share in the guilt of that people them. Picking the way they never go for school because of Wuna. Where when they take money for bill school, when I chop them. The one where they die because of poor medical infrastructure, where hospital where is supposed to get medicine and equipment for cure people, they don't get them. Because when I don't take money chop them. You did share in that guilt. The blood of those people, it go follow you too because you did enable this very occultic society made it take people their lives every day. The one the way they died for Mamfe 2 days ago, that blood where it flow for Mamfe, you too, you be guilty. Every CPDM member, now a member of the Pobia Nyongo society. You no feel extricate yourself from that guilt. No way, no how. No way, no how. You be a member of the CPDM, you be a member of the Pobia Nyongo society, and you be guilty for all the crimes where they occur under you. All the corruption, where they thief money, where they're supposed to use them for uplift the people. They thief the money chop and you don't even see now what they do all the time. You too, you share in that guilt. You share in that guilt. The economic stagnation where people they suffer. The misery where people they suffer. You share in that guilt. The unemployment. The one way when I don't spoil a country, finish them all. People they go to die for desert. So one day they die for high seas. The one day they die for the jungles of Mexico. You share in that guilt. All of you, CPDM occultic members, blacklegs, enablers, and traitors, you share in Pobia's guilt. You share in the guilt of the CPDM, the occultic society that has been spilling the blood of our people since 2017 up to today. You share in that guilt. You cannot excuse yourself. You cannot extricate yourself from it, except you step out of it and repent now. Except you step out of it and repent. But your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. You will not no fit ever give excuse, say, I no be no. You know exactly what you do and you choose for do. So one day they go shit on even for TV, they boast. So one day shit on for Facebook, they boast of the thing the way they do. We dey watch una, but the day of reckoning it come for these two groups of people: blacklegs, enablers, and traitors, and the CPDM occultic society members. You have been put on notice. Una would Ambazonians they watch una. Make some man not talk say my brother I belong to the CPDM or my sister belong to the CPDM, but he a good man. No good man in no day for any of those societies. As I don't talk you know if you be younger man, you say you be good younger man. Younger man, he tendencies now for chop people. Now one condition that way to join Yongo. You know say when you join Yongo, you must give some person. You know if you turn around now talk say, well, but me I be me a good Yongo. How you go be good Yongo man where to give people made a chopper? So any person where they choose for be a member of this occultic society, where don't cause a lot of pain and suffering to millions of people, you know if you ever sleep in peace. You know if it ever sleep in peace, and you know if it ever talk say they go ever wash you clean. No church in the way they ever wash you clean until you repent, come out from there. No prayer, no day where you go make and cleanse you, as long as where that crime where you commit you still there inside. So make those where they say they militate under the CPDM or they choose to be blacklegs and enablers, make una know what you wait una. Make una know what you una do for the lives of millions of innocent people. Go una cause hardship for them because una know the one allow for good governance. Where go allow people may they choose their leader where they want them. People where they go hold their leaders accountable. Where they can make sure that the resources of the land they be used for the benefit of all instead of a tiny clique of evil-minded people. Where one person he could there for power for 41 years. 41 years. When I see the day, when I support them, and then when I want to talk say when I go to church, God punish when I all. God punish when I all, because now wait till when I deserve them.
Fellow Ambazonians, today na November the 9th. November the 9th, 2023. My name na Chris Ano. Your comrade in arms for a free and independent Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. I will bring this message today particularly for the people of K-Town, the people in Kumba and Mamfe County in general. Message it come for us of a meeting held, I think it was on Monday, by the Colonial Divisional so-called officer for Mamfe County officer in Mamfe called Chamberlain Ndong. Chamberlain Ndong, that is the Colonial Divisional officer for Mamfe, as they call it. Now, Chamberlain Ndong called for the meeting. He invited all service heads. He invited all service heads, head of Okada riders, head of taxi drivers, head of timber drivers, the chiefs, the sub-chiefs. You can name the rest. The list was long. And so this meeting took place for Kumba, organized by this colonial officer. And the agenda for the meeting, it will be it will be about ending ghost towns, ending ghost town in Kumba in particular and Meme County in general. So they decided that beginning this Monday, which I believe is Monday the 13th, ghost towns were ground to an end in all of Kumba, according to Chamberlain and Dong. Now, fellow comrades inside K-Town, inside Kumba, I want to make one I know. Remember that song. We want to know who owns the land. We want to know who controls the land. The moment it don't reach where everybody inside Kumba sends a strong message to Chamberlain and Dong and every colonial official inside Kumba. Say, now wanna own the land. Wanna they decide which way it happen for Kumba. Not foreigners, not colonial officers, but now wanna the people of Kumba. Wanna where wanna own houses, own businesses, live inside Kumba. Now wanna they control Kumba. Mbela Moki shouting goes. Now, we're going to hear the sound of my voice. Nothing, zero, is going to stop ghost towns inside Kumba. They don't try for Boya. We saw Okalia, Bernard Okalia, shouting at the top of his voice and saying that shouting at the top of his voice, promising that ghost town must come to an end. We saw Mbela Moki shouting ghost towns must end. We saw the mayor, the colonial mayor of Boya, shouting ghost towns must end. We don't see them for so many places, even inside Bamenda too. The colonial mayor for there, I think about Bamenda 1 or to call it, they don't try the treating even civil servants for make sure that they go work on Monday. Unfortunately, Monday remains shut down. Them, they try for do everything for shut down ghost towns. Again, Boya failed, Bamenda failed, and they now hope that Kumba will work. You know, among these colonial officers in our territory, they are working they try for work in a very competitive manner so that people where they send them from Yaoundé, they will say, wow, that duo for Kumba, they work hard, they do a great job. And then they deal them, they hope say they will promote them to become governors. That is why you see every DO, colonial DO inside Ambazonia, they try for we saw that one in Mbengwe too. Every colonial DO inside Ambazonia, they try for shoot himself forward so that make Yamade see you, call you, maybe give you promotion or make you governor. Now the same thing with the Siam inside Kumba, where this guy called Chamberlain in Dong, he don't try a long time. I believe if Bernard Okalia no be na yam the man, probably the forum promote Chamberlain Dong to the governor of Southern Zone. But I want to make everybody inside Kumba, please, please, hear me. Again, remember that song. We want to know who owns the land. Now we wanna own the land. Now wuna the taxi man in Kumba, the Okada man in Kumba, the tipper driver in Kumba, the chiefs and the soft chiefs, everybody with small business, everybody where live inside Kumba, now wuna own the land as far as you be Amazonian. And so I believe so when I get for understand that colonial officer enough become dictate when I how when I run when I lives inside Kumba. Ghost towns will remain completely enforced inside Kumba. Please, please, again, please, when I hear my voice, these colonial officers, they get guards where they carry gun to protect them. They get gendarmes, they get police, they get army where they protect them. Would not the common man would not get nothing, nothing. And then they put one for harm's way. Maybe when I go to offices, go to businesses, and then when they come attack one, they don't even compensate one. They do nothing. They say nothing. They say nothing. And how about when themselves come kill one as they kill in Mamfe? Then turn them around, try to turn them around, say Amber boys. Which Amber boys? These people are a bunch of criminals in uniform. So we advise our people inside Kumba, stay home, respect every ghost town. Respect every ghost town inside Kumba. Until we don't call off this war with a settlement, with an agreement reached, with a free and independent Amazonia as our country, we know they declare a shutdown of ghost town. Or maybe if we reach a ceasefire where we be satisfactory to the about the ceasefire, yes, we will call off ghost town. But until that time it don't reach, ghost towns remain as enforced and effective as they have ever been. That is our decision. And we want to say, make our people inside K-Town, make them demonstrate to the colonial officials that now we all want this independence. And if it means sacrificing to any level, staying home for 1 week, for 2 weeks, for 1 month, Kumba will be shut down. That will not be ready for sacrifice even to that level. I just hope say when I understand what to where they pass across for this message. Summarily, the point is that Monday ghost towns will not be interrupted in Boya. If you want to follow Francophones where they say they want to do their business, on ghost town they go out, they spill your blood. Remember, those colonial officers will not even come for your die. They don't even come for your die. So please, K-Town, I also want to hear me, and of course the same thing for every town and city inside Amazonia. Ghost towns remain enforced. God bless you all. Share the message, please.
I will de retour. Jinga Junior, this dédicace spécial de go for my own combi. Jackson Joka, Sharon Joka, la Reina Minata. Behind any successful man, there must be a woman. Sharon Joka, la Reina Minata. Association des bandits. Les détournés de fonds publics. Wish people. Association for Aratandem. Ah ouais. Les prédateurs ont pris le Cameroun en otage. On managima on, de génération en génération. Tomo de Fonoso, Fosika Damewe Francis Dembi don't chop, so te propot. Sena Demgen Moko. All this alakata pepe. He enter with eye na time we foncha and indele. Dembi go fumban. For go shake, c'est trop. Na de we Francis dem take them for système macropologie, for appui de confiance, escroquerie avec manière. Change the system change. Na de sofa enter. Perception, le lendemain. Ni John Frundi commencer, sofa must finish. We want the look open eye. Na yisep se Frundi finish. Leke savon. Na de amba kare chavu. Say on man must go. Now we will boom we sep. We left them long. And I won't be check say we be na kam no go. Boko donya on the people. Just now, Amba don't take notes en otage. Question d'état. On man don't terme déplacé. On man don't turn IDP. Même we own politicians them don't famous. Nangola them de for Holland. Na dia di Aksam say depuis quand na 5 ans this. We courage boya. I did for Aksam say country people. It been be say all man must die before we reach down boya. Oda independence could be the sous place. We na one reach down boya na for dream. We na donkey, we na brother and na sister them so te mboko donya. On man don't General no pity. He don't think of kibui en otage. You worry for Balinyonga. He don't want bed touch mattress. Grand passé na military shoot for church. Military say